What is up, True Brand Business YouTube channel? I am Jay Cohen. I've owned a gym for 5 years now. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, and I live an amazing life. And one of the things that I am super passionate about is helping other entrepreneurs do the same thing. So today I want to talk to you about growing your brand, specifically marketing, which in my opinion is really just amplifying, magnifying who you are. And I say who you are because a brand is really just an extension of the ideas that you have in your head. If your brand doesn't align with who you are, we need to make sure that we start there. Are we doing something that we're still passionate about? But assuming that that box is checked, the next thing we need to do is figure out how can we yell our story from the rooftops. Actually, let me roll that back. Nobody really cares about your story in the beginning. Eventually, will they look? Will they want to know what your expertise is and what education you've had and what your background is? Yes. But is that what's going to get them in the door in the beginning? Hell no. So what we really need to do is tell them that we know their story and that we know how to get to the other side of whatever problem it is that they're having. And the way that we need to speak to that is what needs to be in line with us and our brand. Really, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I have on marketing is that everybody knows if it is fake. Everybody knows if you're following a script. Everybody knows if you copied this other guy's thing. And can it work for a period of time? Absolutely. Will it be a 10th, 100th as successful as you owning who you are and what you want to do in the world? Heck no. So let's start thinking about how we can tell that story in your voice. So a few things we need to know. Number one is, who are you talking to? Because the way that I talk to my mom is a lot different than the way that I talk to people I was in the Marine Corps with. I'm still the same person, but maybe the words that come out of my mouth are a little bit different. So that's number one. Number two is, what problem are you solving? What problem are you really solving? Because people think, honestly, honest to God, they think that the problem is that they need to lose 10 pounds. Or they think that the problem is they need to add muscle to their biceps. In reality, though, there's a reason that is way deeper than that. It's people don't feel like they have confidence in themselves. I had a woman come in the other day and tell me their partner didn't want to be with them, sleep with them anymore. Talk about a strong reason, a strong motivator to make some change. So the real reasons are always a little bit deeper, and that's what you really need to be speaking to. And then finally is, how can we do that in an authentic way? In a way that comes across as fitting our personality and fitting our brand. So for me, I clearly love video. And so almost everything that goes out from my gym, as far as content goes, is video driven. In the marketing world, I really try and approach things with a perspective of many, many, many different facets, right? Many different approaches to getting people to join me. And so I don't just want to think about social media or content creation here. Let's talk about some of the other options and avenues that you can think about with marketing. So a really big, easy one is affinity marketing. And that's a home run. We know it works half the time, every time, or every time, whatever that quote unquote is. It works a lot. And if you're not familiar, we have a ton of affinity marketing tools. Essentially, it's talking to your best clients and asking who else in their lives you can help. But beyond affinity marketing, there are so many things that we can do. So first, coffee is for closers. This is a challenge that was in the Two Brand Business Growth Group. And it was all about something that I did that Coop, the founder of Two Brain, talked about for years and years and years. And I did it well before the challenge came out, and man, is it effective. So go and get yourself a little milk crate. And in that milk crate, I want you to put some plastic cups or paper, whatever you want, some straws, a little bit of cream, some sugar maybe, and you're gonna bring a pitcher of coffee. I have nitro cold brew at my gym. I just filled that thing up. Go to Starbucks, get a box of Joe, whatever. You're gonna take your little coffee is for closers kit, and you're gonna walk in to a business that's near your business. This is super, super important. You are not pitching anything. All you're doing is establishing a relationship, having a conversation. You're not trying to sell anything. If they ask, you can tell them what you do, but I wouldn't even try and close right then and there unless they're begging for it. This is a relationship that's gonna come back and serve you down the line. And even if it doesn't, you're gonna make that person's day better and you're gonna make your day better. So that's an easy, fun one. Another good, fun one. And this is something I haven't done yet, but it's definitely on my list, and I'm pretty sure I know that it would be fun. So this is the idea of setting up a table and putting something on that table that maybe ruffles a little bit of feathers, like you need to squat, change my mind, or you shouldn't eat any sugar, change my mind, or CrossFit is great for everyone, change my mind, right? Whatever the thing is for you, but you want it to be something that's gonna get some engagement. You tape that bad boy to the front of the table and you sit there and you engage in conversation with people. I'm sure you've seen these videos on social media or YouTube. And that's all we want, conversation. Conversation puts people in the top of your funnel, and that is all marketing is doing. Another really good one is while you're at the park, if the table doesn't work out, just walk around and start teaching people how to squat. Does that make you uncomfortable to walk up to someone and start a conversation? Good, in the words of Jocko. You need to practice. Teaching somebody how to squat can change their life. You love to coach. That's why you started this business. Why aren't you out there doing it? Another one that comes to mind, this is one that I did. In my neighborhood, it's called Park Circle. We have a mascot, and it's like a giant inflatable rubber duck. Like when I say giant, it's like 10 feet big, and it sits in one of the rivers that runs through my neighborhood. Nobody knows how it gets there. Nobody knows when it moves or why it moves. Well, most people. I might have an inside line. Anyway, a lot of people know about it. So what I did is I got a sort of miniature version of that duck. It was probably 4 feet across. And I blew it up and I put it out in front of my building. And I put a little sign in front of it that just says before. And the idea was, this was the duck's before picture. And when he was out in the water at 10 feet tall, that was after he had been attending Locomotion Fitness. And I just put a post up in our neighborhood group and it ran with legs, and we got multiple members from that one thing. So that's in line with a way of thinking that Mike Michalowicz teaches. If you've ever heard of Profit First, it's the same author. It's called Get Different Marketing. And some of the absolute best in the world at this are a baseball team called the Savannah Bananas. And if you don't know the story of the Savannah Bananas, it is incredible. I'm not gonna ruin it here, but I want you to follow Savannah Bananas and watch all that they do for marketing. It will be a never-ending bank of ideas for you. I got 2 more ideas for you. First one is I had commissioned a giant, literally billboard-sized piece of art. I have that billboard on top of my building. I have control of it. I very, very easily could have put a giant Locomotion Fitness sign or banner on that thing. Instead, I paid thousands of dollars to put up a piece of art that served my neighborhood. That is branding. That is getting people to know, like, and trust me. That's getting people to see that I'm not just about the money, that I care about what I'm doing and I care about the community that I'm in. So as you do your marketing, remember, it's not about you, it's about the people that you are here to serve. I think that's probably enough ideas. You get what I'm getting at with marketing. You gotta think outside of the box. Stop getting locked in Google and Facebook and stuck behind a computer. Marketing is starting conversations. It's raising awareness. You have a brick and mortar business. You don't need to talk to millions of people. You need to talk to the people that are in your community. All right, guys, I hope those were some solid marketing tips for you. Hopefully you got some gears turning, some light bulbs on. If you try something, I want to know what it is, because I might do it. So put it in the comments for me so I can steal it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss anything. I promise you, Two Brain is here to change the course of the life of entrepreneurs. They've been hugely impactful in my life, and I know that they will be the same for you. And if you're not ready to jump on board yet, that's okay. We put out tons and tons and tons of free stuff. So hopefully I keep seeing you around.